the idea of having a drive-through where you go get your food and you're eating while you're driving, sitting, it is just incredibly crazy in my mind as a physician who understands the physiology of the body.
I'm not the doctor, you're the doctor. But from having been in the entertainment industry for 20 years and having a lot of friends that talk about constantly having GI issues, they say all the time, oh, I've got self-diagnosed IBD, irritable bowel, or IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I've got a couple of friends that legit have Crohn's that have been sent to the emergency room and whatnot. And I would say a large portion of this, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but a large portion of this is just horrible lifestyles, living on pizza, eating in front of your desk. So let's talk about how just kind of the 24/7, always on the go, grabbing fast food lifestyle is contributing to some of the major digestive issues that so many people have nowadays.
Well, yeah, again, another great question, Zach. All you need to do is see what has happened in the last century, and slowly been creeping up, right? We've become overly industrialized, especially first world countries and developing countries. So with that, we have had less time to cook at home. We've become more dependent in fast foods or going to restaurants where we cannot control the quality of the food. No matter how good the restaurant is, you can control the quality. And so, you go back in the last 40 years, for example, with this whole idea of supersize me, of the more food you put in front of a customer, the more the customer is going to come back to the same restaurant. All this kind of marketing tactics have led us into this rabbit hole where, we eat a lot of pizza, we eat a lot of we drink a lot of carbonated juice, water or drinks. We eat on the go. The idea of having a drive-through where you go get your food and you're eating while you're driving, sitting, it is just incredibly crazy in my mind as a physician who understands the physiology of the body. Eating is more, you need to dedicate your time to eating. You need to be able that you're sitting, that you're not overly swallowing air, that you're not drinking a lot of water before or soon after, and that you're saying to yourself, this is time, my eating is so important that I must dedicate time, specific time, to be focused on what I need to do to nurture my body. And so I think our lifestyles have shown us everything but how to eat correctly. How many times do we go home with enough time to sit at the table with our families, with our kids, with our spouses, and said, let's have a meal? It's usually one person eats before the other person eats after the other, somebody eats right before they go to bed because of the busy life that we have created. So the first step is to let go of this concept that one is to be independently wealthy, not have work, have chefs at home, have people basically manage your life so that you can cook correctly. That's not true. In fact, forgive me for being blunt, that's more an excuse than it is truth.
Or you could say, excuse me for being blunt, but that's bullshit. No pun intended.
There you go. So, right? It is an excuse. Recently I was lecturing to a group of teachers that teach low-income kids. And one of the teachers, really incredible, very dedicated teacher, said, oh, you don't understand. My kids, have to eat with $5 a day. And I said, well, try me again. I was one of those kids at one time in the past. So you can go to McDonald's and look at the menu and still make a healthier decision, right? You can go in there and say, okay, I'm going to eat an open-faced sandwich. I'm not going to eat the other bread, or I'm going to try to use their salads instead of French fries. So the idea of eating correctly is more a decision that you make. You make the decision and you let go of the excuses and you permit yourself to fall off the wagon sometimes when there's no other way but to go eat the pizza. But you are conscious of the choices that you're making so that eating habits doesn't become a prison to you.